I think using data-driven decision-making and our use of analytical tools like SAP HANA have been a revolutionary step in our governor's vision in having data-driven decision-making happening and using you know, high degree of analytics, some predictive analytics to make a real difference for Hoosiers and for improving outcomes on various different topics such as infant mortality, recidivism, things such as that. I think it's both the same thing. It's serving the people. It honestly is something that is, a great service to provide that to make differences for Hoosiers. It's something that I've been a part of for almost 20 years now, both as a contracted person and as well as state employee. It was something that I felt strongly about, and I still do to this day, and it makes a big difference. And I feel like, especially with this current governor and our use of data analytics, is going to make a huge difference to and help fulfill some of my goals around serving Hoosiers in a fantastic way. I think the use of some of the tools that I spoke about, as well as other analytical tools, and the people that have been working on the project that are so passionate to discover things that have always been there within the data but never been able to be correlated. It is something that has the opportunity to make just a incredible change to how we make decisions within the state. I think, as is true, many, whether it's businesses or governments, they run in a very siloed fashion. So I think the opportunities to match and look at those data elements in a correlated fashion and from a big picture perspective really has opportunity for us to look at a citizen or a particular, sort of a demographic from all the facets of all the different areas in which we collect data on citizens and so forth, and behaviors and and so forth. And so making those decisions in a non-siloed fashion, still utilizing the people that are very domain specific to their particular service, whether it's health or human services or corrections or revenue. Those people come from those typically business sectors that have that a career's worth of knowledge of serving those sectors. But when you take somebody out of that and say, well, this is what this particular segment of your population looks like for your customers, but this is how they interact with the revenue agency or the health agency. It has a great potential to give you a much bigger picture of how you can change the services you provide to that person or that, again, demographic. I'm trying to be as descriptive as I can and not be just kind of talking about citizens in general. I think change is obviously something that is accelerating. Change is always a part of what we deal with. I always kind of go home at the end of the day thinking, okay, maybe tomorrow will be a day where we get a chance to relax and maybe not have to move forward with the next thing. And it's just not a reality in this day and age, and especially with the way that communications has been that much more sped up and revolutionized with smartphones and so forth. That's just a way of doing business, and it continues to accelerate, and you have to embrace that and adopt that as and part of how you deliver services. So I think the organizations that do that the best are the ones that are going to be the most successful, because it's something that will only continue to accelerate. I think, again, kind of continue to play the same fiddle around data analytics. I think continued progress on projects that we're working on, adopting and initiating new projects that are focuses for the governor, as well as the Management Performance Hub project, are going to be the strong focuses. We always are working towards modernizing existing applications. That's something that my group in particular is very focused on. And so, going through the RFP processes, project initiation, project management over the course of a project, those are things that are always kind of underlying currents. But I think, like I said, getting more data into the Management Performance Hub, doing more deep analytics, doing predictive analytics are all topics that we're excited to move down that path so we can continue to garner new insights in the different projects that we're working on.